Am I?
No.
Okay, that's the facts. Let's talk about the facts, ladies and gentlemen. That's the facts. That's what it is, black and white, here to cancel checks. I sent it to their accountant because they not on top of their business.
I want to...
They're speaking emotionally and they not on top. You ever know somebody and they just speak off the cuff and they haven't really gotten to the details to do their homework?
Why can't you guys why can't you sit down and work this out?
Angie, you or whoever else not listening to me. I invited them to the office. You got to ask them. I invite them even still, because I know they ain't not busting a grape. They can still come to my office. I will act like this didn't even happen. I'll erase yesterday. Because my mind is strong like that.
So you're willing to sit down at this point?
And Angie, I told you the story that I saw the man. I told him to sit down. I see him at the concert. They ain't say nothing to me. How you gonna be on stage with somebody rocking the Benjamins in front of all of New York? You didn't say none of that. You got him right there. Then what did I do? I disappeared like abracadabra? Nah, I've been here. I'm gonna be at the office every day. So I'm gonna tell you again. So you clear. You bring him to the office then.
Me?
Anybody can. If somebody see him in the streets, bring him to the office.
I'll bring him. We set up the meeting.
They called out to New York to help them to give them a ride to the office.
Can we play? Let me just play one song so we can regroup and get.
Can we play a Biggie song?
You wanna?
Yeah.
Which Biggie song?
You ain't giving a new joint? Yeah. Play the single. Play the Nasty Girl joint.
We will too have to talk about the C's call and all of that stuff.
You can get into all of it, but it's very important that all up and coming artists read and understand your contracts and your paperwork. The locks in the
system. Come on, man, just give me.
The locks ain't getting jerked. They got their money.
There it is.
And it ain't 50-50. It's 80-20. And I'm glad I was able to inform y'all of that. Y'all need to scream on your accountants and lawyers and yourselves for not reading, because it's right here. I'm gonna highlight and show Angie your contract. If you read your contract, it says 80%.
Is it there? All right, we're gonna look at the contracts. We're gonna play a couple Biggie joints while we do that.
Hot 97. New hip hop, new R&B. Hot 97.
Run a new joint now. Keep it hot.
Run. When you hear new music, you know it's Hot 97, baby.
I'm sticking ice chicks on the tip of your. Give you a swift kick. Ain't that some?
Either way, we can go.
Yeah, one thing
you'll send paperwork. They'll send paperwork. Can you sit down and can you? What would it take for them?
80-20.
What would it take for them to get 100% of their publishing back?
If it wasn't true, their lawyer could go and they could play this in a court of law. Why would I set myself up for that? That's number one.
Okay.
Number two is I definitely need to apologize to New York for feeling a little emotional, but you got to understand, working as hard as I've worked to get to this point, and somebody saying that you stole from them, you know what I'm saying? My thing is to always to inspire, you know what I'm saying? And to motivate and to provide opportunities and to be. And so when I came up here being emotional, it was just me expressing to y'all the true feelings. I got to give it to you true, because I never been at this point where such a blatant misrepresent, since the last time I was on trial for the gun, a blatant misrepresentation of the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it was so upsetting, because it was like I own 50% of somebody's stuff and it's a lifetime deal. That's not true. They have we have them for 5 more options. So you gotta look.
They said that yesterday, but they said that they have to be on. Let me just say what it is, so you can defend it. You can instead of just putting it out there. They said they have. The deal is that the albums that they have left that they owe you for publishing is on Bad Boy. So since they're not on Bad Boy, that they can't. It's not true.
This is really in New York. We shouldn't. To be honest, this is so embarrassing for them and for me to be saying it like this, because they just don't know the business. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. You know how we can stop it though? As grown people, let's talk about the facts. This facts I'm gonna state. You got the checks in front of you. You reading it.
But I also have a contract that they just sent me that says 50-50.
Yeah, but I'll show you this contract. But you know we going back and forth.
I know.
At the end of the day, this business is between me and the locks.
Great.
I'm only stating the facts. I would not come up here and misrepresent myself. That's number one.
Okay, let me ask.
But anybody knows how publishing works knows that I can't own 50% of their publishing, because 50% goes straight. So
the publishing that you do have, it obviously means a lot to them. Would you be willing to sell them back or give them back their publishing? Is there any way that could happen?
I'm gonna say number one, they never had a discussion and never gave me an offer to buy it back. That's number one. Number two is they say that they're the streets. If you go and you get some consignment for 5 of them things from Poppy, and then you go to Poppy and say, nah, I just don't want to give it back, You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. If he invested in you and invested in your dream to come up, and he gave you 5 of them things, and you owe him 5, that's what you're supposed to give him. But even more important, you never even had a conversation with me. They never had a conversation. They never.
It's so hard to do this interview because it's so the stories are so conflicting.
If they get, but there's one story. If I'm bringing canceled checks, I can't do no more than that. They came up here and they made y'all believe that they don't want to rap no more because. But this is a fake. You're not even acknowledging this is what they do. Free the Locks 1. Free the Locks Part 2 with Interscope. Hey, that worked. Jimmy got on the phone. Let's go after Puff. Let's see if this worked. It definitely worked because they hit a nerve, and it's not really like me, but it's just like this station right here is a very strong station, and it's a very strong accusation of stealing from somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have I got mine off for hard work. I don't have to steal from nobody.
You said you were going to let me do some questions.
Yes.
Let me do some questions. Do some questions. Are you willing to give them back or sell them back their publishing?
If the right situation is presented,
what would it take?
Yes.
I mean, we've taken it this far. There's checks laying out here. We've taken it this far. What would it take,
Angie,
for them to have their publishing back?
You got to understand, in the record business, it's not that simple. You got to sit down with the accountants and with the lawyers and deal with the facts.
But you're willing to...
It's not that. I've said for 20 times I'm at the office. So we keep asking the same question. I'm going to be at the office, so you bring them up so you can see.
Me?
Whoever.
I'm going to bring them. Can we set up a business meeting?
Bring them. Bring them.
For real. Can we set up a business meeting?
They could have had a business meeting, Angie. It didn't take all of this.
For whatever reason, they feel like they can't. They couldn't have.
Okay, okay.
Tell me about this quote. I'm giving you a chance to respond to the accusations yesterday, but you're not letting me put them out there for you to respond to. Let me just put them out there and you respond.
Okay, did we get the last one clear? That they can have a meeting in New York.
We can have a meeting. See? Check. That's done.
Meeting.
Check. One thing done.
Bring their lawyers too.
Check. Accomplished. Okay. Second thing. They did say that they have tried to reach out to you. They actually even quoted you as saying, the Beatles can't talk to Michael Jackson about their publishing.
Angie, as I told you before, I brought it up to them. This whole thing stemmed from the beef that they have now, that they not dealing with their own beef. And at the end of one of the mixtape records, they got a bomb thrown at them. And so I brought it up to Jada, like, yo, I know that must be on your mind. If you ever want to talk to me, he never brought it up to me. That's like your man sitting next to you, he don't talk about something. They need to have the heart to talk about it. Don't nobody help them. Drop them off at the office, let them come talk to me themselves. They never did that.
We're going to set up a business meeting. We're going to set up a business meeting. Start with
anytime.
That. Okay, so then C's calls up yesterday. I guess the publishing discussion sparked a nerve in Lil C's, who called up and said that you own some of Biggie's publishing still, and he obviously felt the way about that. Felt you should come up off of it, is what he said, and give it to.
You know what I'm gonna do for that? I'm gonna let Miss Wallace. She's calling in. I'm gonna let her handle that. I'm gonna let her. She called and asked to answer that. She said that's her son's business. She wants to answer that. The Locks may want to put their business out in the street. She said if her son's business is gonna be put out in the street, she wants to answer that. So
she wants to speak on it.
Yeah, she wants to speak on it.
So we calling her?
Yeah,
you're gonna get her on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get Miss Wallace on the telephone. Who's gonna? Somebody do it from out there. All right, let's play. You want to play a Biggie joint and then get a second to get Miss Wallace on the phone? And
yeah, definitely. We need to play the Biggie new single off the Duets album, featuring Nelly, Jagged Edge, myself, Notorious B.I.G. The new single, Jazzy Fizzle, album in stores December 20th. Really, come on, y'all. Everybody in the music industry knows that they are not going to run up or be on no off. Universal ain't even gonna take the call. They're gonna be, okay, y'all want to get off? You got a contract.
Okay, but as it stands, I'm just trying to 80%. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to just clarify because I just got another facts.
80% goes to them.
Is that right?
80% goes to them.
Okay. All right. As it stands, there's gonna be a business meeting with some lawyers involved.
It could have been one yesterday. Ain't nobody showed up. I got a video.
All right, well, but now
I'm gonna be clear because I'm make sure my stuff is quoted right. Have them send you their number. Let's keep it gangster. Have them send you their number. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them myself.
When you leave here,
let's get.
You'll call them tonight.
Let's get. I'm gonna call them right over there by the Coke machine because you know grown men handle business. This is not gangster. This is just so not. This is not even manly. You know what I'm saying? This is a borderline. You know, funny style. You know what I'm saying? When you got a situation, you handle it man to man. Angie can't help the situation. New York can't help it. You got to help yourself. you come and see me, and so I could teach you, and then you going to dance. I think you really going to thank me. You know what I'm saying? I think you're going to thank me because I invested in and I believed in y'all. We shouldn't have no beef. Y'all believed in me. I believed in y'all. I never said nothing derogatory about them or nobody else. You wanted to leave, I let you go. Any other record label would have left you there. But let's handle it like men. Don't call the radio station up when you could call me. All right? That's it. Call me. Don't make a mixtape. You call me. I don't play those games.
So you're going to call them after this?
There will be a meeting. I want them to call me, but they
did say they were coming back next week. It's up to them. They're not contractually obligated.
If they come back next week, New York,
just letting it know.
And once they get finished, drive them to the office. I'll be there so we can stop being misled.
That would be great. That would be great if you guys could have a meeting before next week. All right, Puffy, thank you. I know you got any going on. I know you got, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna end it on a positive note, just the way things should be end, because everybody's listening, looking at hip hop and looking at us and looking at what we do and how we handle ourselves. I have no problem with the Locks. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely grateful for the time I had with them, the experience, the association, the times we had on stage, the time we even had last week at the Meadowlands in Philly. I thank them for the Benjamins, you know what I'm saying, being a part of that, writing it for me. I'm a fan of theirs. I can only get worked up off of real beef. This ain't beef, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with them. I wish that they would just handle their business and handle like mature men and not put their business out in the street and come deal with me directly. So it's out in the street. I'm going to pull back. They can say whatever they want, but I'm saying positively, I'm going to act like yesterday ain't happened. And y'all can come see me anytime. Y'all come to the video tonight. I mean, I can't keep it no realer than that. All right?
And there it is. You ready, E?
God bless New York. Thank you for listening. Bad Boy for life.
Today it's the Rush Hour. DJ Enough. Call me up, man. 1-800-223-9797.
Get ready for that new Biggie album, The Final Chapter.
Hot 97.
April MJG in the house. We shout to Los.
Official number one.
We shout to IC.